2026 isn't about AI, it's about who's structured enough to survive it. And I want to be clear about something right off the start. I've never been the new year, new you guy. I've never done predictions. I've never made videos about resolutions, fresh starts, or January motivations. Because I've always believed one thing: now is always now. You build now for the future, no matter what month it is, no matter what year it is. That mindset is how I've lived, and that's how I've built. That's how I've taught. But this time is different, not because of the calendar, but because of the environment. For the first time in my entire history as an entrepreneur, a systems builder, and someone who spent decades watching how businesses actually work behind the scenes, I can say this without exaggeration. We are standing at a real dividing line. And that divide isn't between people who use AI or people who don't. That's already over. The divide between people who are structured and people who are not. AI didn't create this gap. AI exposed it. Let me explain. I come from systems long before marketing, long before funnels, long before AI. I spent years in environments where systems determine outcomes, where chaos had consequences, where structure wasn't optional. And when I moved into entrepreneurship, I saw the same thing play out again and again. Smart people, hardworking people, talented people, completely overwhelmed by disconnected tools, scattered decisions, and businesses or flows that only worked because they were constantly being held together by human effort. For a long time, that was survivable. Messy businesses could still win, manual follow ups could still work, talent could compensate for chaos. That era is ending. Not in 2035, not someday. Now, AI is accelerating everything, but acceleration doesn't help. It doesn't help you if you don't have a map. And what I'm seeing as we move forward towards 2026 is very simple. AI is no longer a tool advantage, it's an operating advantage, which means the people who win won't be the ones with the coolest prompts, the latest software, or the loudest opinion. The winners will be the ones who think differently. So let me walk you through what I'm seeing, not as prediction, but as patterns, and why this moment actually matters. First, let's talk about the internal side, the habits that will separate founders. The first habit is this: winners would think in systems, not prompts. Prompts are temporary, systems compound. Everyone can ask AI a good question. Very few people know how to design a flow where AI does work without being babysat. The founders who survive won't be the best talkers to AI, they'll be the best architects. The second habit: winners will own their data. Attention is rented, platforms are rented, algorithms are rented, but data is owned. If you don't know who your leads are, where they come from, what they did, and how they move through your ecosystem, AI can't help you because AI runs on structure, not vibes. Third habit: winners automate decisions, not just tasks. Everybody automates emails, automate posts. That's surface level. The real leverage is automating qualification, routing, follow up logic, escalation, prioritization. That's where businesses stop leaking energy. The fourth habit: winners move fast and iterate without ego. AI collapsed the distance between idea and execution. Speed is no longer impressive, hesitation is expensive. The founders who get stuck perfecting will lose to the founders who are willing to ship, observe, and adjust. And the fifth habit, maybe the most important: winners treat AI like labor, not software. Software waits for commands. Labor produces output. You gotta work. The founders who win will budget AI the way they budget people, assigning roles, responsibilities, and outcomes. Now, that's the internal side. But let's zoom out and talk about the environment because this is where most people misread what's coming. AI is reshaping work not by eliminating effort, but by eliminating inefficiency. Middle layers disappear. Solo operators rise. Small teams outperform large ones. Content changes too. Generic content collapses. Authority, clarity, and process win. Decision velocity becomes everything. If it takes you weeks to decide, the market already decided for you. And businesses' architecture itself is changing. One person empires aren't a fantasy no more. They're becoming normal. Not because people are smarter, but because systems are better. And here's the part most people miss. Habits without systems fail. Predictions without structure are useless. This is why I built what I call AI money maps. Not as another AI framework, not as a tool stack, not as hype, but as an operating system, a way to understand things, a way to map money, decisions, automation, and leverage so AI actually compounds instead of overwhelming. This isn't about becoming an AI expert. It's about becoming structurally sound. Because AI doesn't reward intelligence, it rewards clarity. It doesn't reward effort, it rewards architecture. And the people who win in 2026 won't feel lucky, they'll feel prepared. So if this resonates, if you feel that shift, if you know things are different but you haven't been able to put language to it, here's what I want you to do. DM me the words money map. No pitch, no pressure, just a conversation about what this actually looks like for you, your business, and where you're trying to go. Because this isn't about the future. It's about whether what you're building now is designed to survive it.